This is ATN Global News. First, the headlines. Court sentences man to death in Rivers State. Reps pass tax reform bills for second reading. Tinubu celebrates Winifred Awosika at 85. Blackout as national grid collapses again. Ghana declares ex-finance minister Atta wanted over corruption allegations. Vinicius Jr. overtakes Lionel Messi's UEFA Champions League record. Ashake officially exceeds YBNL, unveils own label. Rivers State High Court, sitting in Port Harcourt, has convicted and sentenced one Eze Kingsley to death by hanging for the murder of the late Wagbara David. The convicts committed a crime on December 7, 2018 at number 4 Rumosi community along the east-west Port Harcourt. Kingsley, who was on trial for 3 counts of murder and infliction of grievous bodily harm, was reported to have used a sharp object to stab David, leading to his death, as confirmed by a doctor at the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital. An argument reportedly erupted between Kingsley, a conductor of a petroleum tanker, and David, who operated a mortuary, after David instructed the tanker driver to remove the... In delivering judgments, Justice Boma Diepiri stated that the prosecution had proven every element of the murder charge beyond reasonable doubt and accordingly convicted and sentenced Kingsley to death. Justice Diepiri ruled that Kingsley should be hanged by the neck until death and prayed that his soul rest in peace. Akwa Ibom State Police Command has charged 4 suspects to court for obstructing a public highway. This follows an earlier warning by the command that it will not tolerate any individual or group taking the law into their own hands by obstructing highways. The State Police Public Relations Officer DSP Tim Fon John disclosed this in a press statement made available to newsmen on Wednesday. John stated that the incident occurred at about when a truck driver employed by Sterling Global Construction Company recklessly hit a tricycle carrying passengers, causing damage to the vehicle and injuring its occupant. She added that in an attempt to prevent the driver from fleeing, 4 other truck drivers mobilized and deliberately blocked the public highway, disrupting traffic. Simfon noted that police officers made frantic efforts to de-escalate the situation and restore normalcy, but were restricted by the truck drivers. According to the PPRO, the command will not tolerate any act of lawlessness or obstruction of public highways, warning that those involved will order the immediate closure of all satellite campuses of the Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma. In a statement signed by the Secretary to the State Government, Umar Ikilo, Governor Senator Monday Okwebelo has assured that his administration will continue to collaborate with the federal government to accelerate development in the state. Okwebelo gave the assurance on Wednesday while receiving the Accountant General of the Federation, Oluwatoyin Madein, who paid him a courtesy visit at the government house, Benin City. The governor commended President Bola Tinubu for his unwavering interest in Edo State, noting that the state had recorded significant developmental strides under his administration. Okwebelo also hailed Maidein's leadership at the office of the Accountant General, describing her appointment as a step in the right direction. The governor expressed gratitude to the Tinubu administration for prioritizing Edo's development despite political differences, adding that his government would remain committed to delivering people-oriented projects. Earlier, the Accountant General said her visit was part of a nationwide assessment of federal pay offices across the 6 geopolitical zones. Madein stated that federal pay offices play a critical role in treasury management for all federal institutions across the state, ensuring transparency and accountability in financial operations. Authorities of the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Anambra State, have commenced an investigation into a scuffle involving a lecturer in the Department of Theatre Arts of the institution and a student over filmed social media content. A spokesman of the school, Njelita Lewis, said the management of the institution, led by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Joseph, the lecturer gently taps the female student on the shoulder, asking her to give way, but the student was pleased by the lecturer's action and interruption of her video moment. In the viral videos, the female student accused the lecturer of hitting her, locked his shirt, and dragged him among students. The female student also allegedly beat the lecturer on the wrist and arm during the brawl. While the episode lasted, the lecturer was captured maintaining his composure. The viral videos have generated reactions online. Chris Emmanuel Abga revealed that it was in discussions about who might have masterminded Boyaka's arrest. According to him, party faithful were also making contact with other Igbo youth associations nationwide, aiming to ascertain those who might have held the youth leader hostage. No fewer than 12 people have died from Lassa fever in Ondo State, with 112 cases, confirmed cases, and 353 reported infections, the state government has disclosed. The acting statistician general of Ondo State, Olushola Ajayi, revealed this in Akure while addressing workers of the Ondo State Waste Management Authority. Ajayi urged the agency to collaborate with health stakeholders to ensure a cleaner environment and help curb the spread of the disease. Similarly, the permanent secretary of the State Ministry of Health, Dr. Adeniran Ikwamola, the Ogun State capital. While lamenting the rise in drug abuse and illicit trafficking, Rabe revealed that the state experienced a high drug influx and consumption rates in 128 places throughout the state, including government offices, schools, faith-based organizations, among others. Police in Ogun State says it has recovered the corpse of 76-year-old Sikiru Olatunju, who was declared missing some days ago. According to the PPRO, Olatunji's body was found lifeless with no injuries, thereby creating suspense about the circumstances behind his death. She added that the family of the deceased requested his body for burial while seeking public assistance to unravel the circumstances behind the incident. Oyo State House of Assembly has urged the state government to conduct a comprehensive audit of the integrated agricultural silo complex project at Awe Junction in Oyo East local government. The audit aims to assess the project's current status, determine the total amount expended, and take appropriate action regarding its abandonment. The motion, moved by Honorable Olorunpotu Raman and co-sponsored by Honorable Oladeji Oparende, representing Oyo East and Afigio state constituencies, respectively highlighted the critical role of silos in storing large quantities of grains and fermented feed silage. The lawmakers emphasized that silos help farmers preserve their harvest by protecting them from weather elements and pests, ensuring a steady food supply and bridging the gap between harvest and sale periods. While presenting the motion during plenary, Honorable Olorunpotu stressed that the silo project is vital in addressing food scarcity in Oyo State and across the country. The House, however, called on Ravet International Limited to provide a detailed report on the progress of the project, the challenges encountered, and the steps required to complete the project. Furthermore, the House also directed its Standing Committee on Agriculture and Rural Development to engage all stakeholders on the way forward and report back their findings to the House. Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State has assured all stakeholders of non-interference in the forthcoming local government election slated for February 22, 2020, with no factual basis. The statement also refuted allegations that local government intervention funds had been misappropriated. She reaffirmed the government's commitment to press freedom, but urged journalists to uphold professionalism, accuracy, and ethical reporting rather than spreading falsehoods. Highlighting improvements in security under Kefasi's leadership, Osman noted that Taraba had previously suffered from severe insecurity with bandits operating openly in Jalingo, the state capital. She credited the administration's provision of patrol vehicles, logistics, and intelligence resources to security agencies for a significant reduction in crime. The statement also disclosed that several projects initiated by the present administration were ongoing both within and outside the state. Kebbi Commissioner for Higher Education Alhaji Isa Abubakar Tonga said Governor Nasser Idris has released 2.7 billion naira for allowances of local and international students. Abubakar made this known while briefing newsmen in Berenin, Kebbi on Wednesday. He said the Governor Nasser Idris has approved and released the payment of upkeep allowance and accommodation in the sum of 117.2 million naira only for 25 students of Kebbi State indigenous studying in various universities in Egypt. Tunga also said the governor has assisted in the payment of return tickets from India to Benin, Kebbi for 8 Kebbi State indigenes who graduated from a private university in India in the sum of 14.4 million naira. Abubakar Tunga said that the Ministry for Higher Education remained indebted to the governor for his efforts towards promoting academic and moral excellence in tertiary education. Kaduna State has become the first subnational to adopt the gender-responsive public procurement policy, which was formulated in collaboration. Security operatives in Katsina State have apprehended a medical doctor for allegedly treating notorious bandits, including a wanted bandit kingpin Osman Modi. The suspect, identified as Lawan Ado from Safana, local government area of the state, was arrested following intelligence reports linking him to the medicare of wounded bandits. ATN gathered that Ado confessed to treating several injured criminals at their hideouts in parts of the state. According to suspects, his first patient was Usman Modi, who had been wounded in a clash with the Yan Kianbara vigilante group. According to reliable sources, further investigations revealed that Ado had traveled across multiple locations to treat criminals, including a bandit identified as Karan Bogua and several others. His arrest marks a significant development in the fight against banditry as authorities intensify efforts to dismantle networks aiding bandits in the state. Troops of Operation Safe Haven have successfully foiled kidnapping attempts and rescued 3 victims along the barricade. The operation was carried out on Tuesday, February 11, 2025, following intelligence on the abduction. This was contained in a statement issued by security analyst Zagazola Makama on his official X handle on Wednesday. According to the statement, the victims were kidnapped at approximately 7:45 a.m. on February 11. In response, troops from Sector 8 of Operation Golden Peace swiftly mobilized to the scene and discovered a red Ford Space bus parked along the roadside. He further noted that the rescued victims were reunited with their vehicle and continued their journey safely. Ilela Border Command of the Nigeria Immigration Service Sokoto State has arrested a suspected human trafficker Sirajo Ilela and rescued 2 female victims bound for Libya. The comptroller of the command, Tony Akuneme, made this known in a statement on Wednesday in Abuja. Akuneme said that the arrest was made at the suspect's family residence in Yar Kara area, Ilela local government, on Wednesday, February 12. According to him, the 2 victims, Miriam Akinosi, 40, from Ogun State, and Olatunde Abidemi, 26, from Oyo State, were found to be traveling without any valid documents, adding that the preliminary investigations revealed that they were on their way to Libya. The comptroller, while handing over the suspect and the victims to NAPTIP, reiterated the commitment of the NIS under the leadership of the Comptroller General Kemi Nandap to fighting human trafficking and smuggling migrants in Nigeria. Speaking, the NAPTIP commander in Sokoto, Sani Dingyadi, who received the suspect and victims for further investigation and prosecution, thanked the NIS for their collaboration and commitment to fighting human trafficking. Our state's Mokaram Adamu issued the warning in a statement in Duse, the state capital. According to the statement, 1,021 candidates have so far registered in Jigawa State for the 2025 UTME and DE out of a total of 201,867 candidates registered nationwide. Adamu reviewed that the registration is being conducted at 12 approved computer-based test centers across the state. The JAM spokesperson emphasized that the approved CBT centers were established to ensure a smooth, transparent, and hitch-free registration process, while also preventing cases of fraud and irregularities. He further disclosed that